Hello and welcome to the Fangirl Nation podcast. I am Amber Lee.
And I'm Leah Bryers.
I'm in a great mood today, Leah. How are you?
Same, the sun is shining.
The sun does miracles for my mood. The sun has been shining. Hopefully it is still shining by the time we listen to this. I think it is.
Yeah, I think we're back.
Because the thing is, April's are risky. End of April, start of May. I always know this because it's Casper's birthday. End of April. And I feel like I can always frame the kind of year. Like sometimes his birthdays are freezing. Sometimes it's raining. Because you don't know. Can you do a birthday dinner where it's outside? Can we do do you know what I mean?
Yeah, totally.
I wouldn't know though because I wasn't with him last week. He was on a golf trip.
But you made it for my birthday.
Yeah.
Because it's also my birthday in April.
Start of April though. April 1st.
For the past 5 years, I've had like really warm birthday. This was the first one where it's kind of chilly.
This was a bit chilly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You know, April 1st used to mean April Fool's Day. Now it's Leah's birthday.
It's both. I'll take it.
It's both,
Amber used to prank me at school every year as if I'd forget every year. And she'd come into school and pretend she'd forgotten my birthday.
Did I?
Yeah, every year. Or you'd bring me the metro and be like, oh, this is your gift. And I'd be like, oh, that's okay. She'd be like, sorry, I forgot, here's the metro.
Every week on this episode, you surprise me with a memory about myself that could not even be real because I don't remember.
It is real.
I must have thought I was so funny.
Yep.
Anyway, what are we talking about this week, Leah?
Well, we're going to talk about some music news because we haven't spoken about music in a while.
And Harry Styles.
Yeah, Harry Styles news. We are talking about the Narnia remake.
Well, among other remakes. Instances where remakes are better. Should they be doing them? Okay, let's start. Harry Styles and Zoe Kravitz engaged, supposedly, because she stepped out. I don't know. There were some paparazzi photos and she had a big old rock on her finger. You don't think it's real? Or are you saying we don't know?
I've seen a lot of rumours.
Do you know it's so funny? I think they tried to... No, it is true because it was in People magazine. The general consensus, if it is announced in People, then it's true.
Oh, I heard she's a sponsor of that jewellery brand.
No, it's okay. Well... I think it's just Harry fans being like, she is actually an ambassador for this jewelry brand, Jessica McCormack. It's their new collection. She's not engaged. They've only been dating for 8 months. But it has now gone to several different news outlets. Like I say, People magazine, which in the industry is like, if it's in People magazine, it's true because they wouldn't report on it. And it says sources say that they are engaged.
Everything Harry Styles does, he just reminds me that actually he is just like a 32-year-old or however old he is, a 30-year-old man. He runs marathons, he gets engaged.
But it's so funny. People are like, no one cares. Like, I think they thought it'd be this huge news thing, but it is, but not, I think, in the way that they anticipated. It's not like when Taylor Swift got engaged. It was like, oh my God, she's engaged. But they haven't announced it on their own
Exactly,
Instagram.
that's what I'm thinking. They've not actually announced it. So it's not going to be people being like, congratulations, oh my God. It's going to be people being like, is this true? Is this not true?
I think because we live in such an era of fake news, there are literal actual news outlets reporting on it and people are like, I'm going to choose not to believe this. But if it was anyone else, would people be choosing not to believe it? No, it's because it's Harry Styles. The illusion has been shattered for people. Girls, you're not marrying Harry Styles.
Whoa.
Okay.
Hey. No, I believe in your dream. It could happen, guys. It really could.
But I think part of it is also because this is Zoe Kravitz is like, well, she's been married and divorced. She was engaged to Channing Tatum. Now she's engaged again.
Hey, she's just a lover girl.
No,
she's
good
just trying to find her Prince Charming.
That's serious skills. All these men proposing to her, marrying her. But I think people are a bit like, oh, another one. I bet a lot of people think they're not even going to make it to the wedding. It's fast though, 8 months.
Yeah, but they are kicking on. Like, you know, the 30s is a bit of a ooh for everyone.
Yeah. Someone said it shatters the illusion of Harry because they don't see him as just being married.
He's giving like Lothario, and he always has.
And then people are saying like, oh, it's always the one after they break up because you know him and Taylor Russell were dating for a really long time, which that is actually low-key true. It's always like the one after the serious relationship.
Exactly. And yeah, the pressures of your 30s or your late 20s and your early 30s is to get married. You wouldn't know because you were a child bride, but everyone's stressed.
Are you stressed?
A little bit.
Yeah.
I know, I thought about it once or twice.
28 now.
All right.
No, you were saying late 20s, early 30s.
Yeah.
I don't worry about that. I did get married very young, actual child bride. Even now, I'm like, what do you mean I was 26? It's crazy stuff. Oh my God, I feel like a different person than me on my wedding day. What is their wedding going to be like though?
It's low key. I don't think we're ever going to see it. I think it's going to be like a Tom and Zendaya.
I think we'll see it. I think it will be... I don't think it'll be Tom and Zendaya. I don't think we'll ever see Zendaya and Tom's wedding photos. I think we will see some photos, but I think it will be very private.
A little leak.
Yeah. Or maybe they do post a photo.
I don't think they will.
Because she's, you know, big showbiz family, Lenny Kravitz.
They've been in it for a long time. You know, they don't need to post a photo.
Do you think Tom and Zendaya are setting a new standard where it's like, we don't actually have to tell the world? That's the new chic, isn't it? Like,
yeah. Good, keep it to yourself, man.
There's this couple I follow on Instagram, William and Levi. They just announced that they were married on their first wedding anniversary.
iconic.
That's pretty cool. And they dropped a wedding photo, like, happy anniversary. I was like, what do you mean you're married?
I absolutely love that. My dream would be to like not even show my partner until like we've had 3 kids. And
I
I'd be
see
like,
that for you.
yeah, BT dubs.
That's so you though, because Leah is so late for anything Instagram. She does an Instagram dump for something 6 months ago. I'm like, Jesus. She starts texting me like, do you have any photos from this? I'm like, what do you mean? That was months ago. And then you do text me when you do a dump. You're like, are you proud? Like, you posted some stories and it was like current. I was like, whoa.
Yeah, it was within like 48 hours. It was crazy
Whoa.
for me.
Live posting from Leah Briers. Crazy.
It gave me the same rush that I feel like people get with TikTok lives. Like, really.
But I feel no way about the Harry Styles engagement because we have established I'm not a current Harry Styles fan.
Yeah, I am. But then, you know, I left it in my...
You're not parasocial.
I'm not parasocial with Harry Styles.
You don't think that him getting engaged to Zoe Kravitz has any effect on you, because why would it?
No, I think it's because, like I said, Harry Styles just, I think for the past 5 years has just reminded me he's just a man. Just with everything he does, I'm like, oh, he seems like a lovely guy, but every time I'm like, oh, running a marathon,
I think
on a Lime bike.
I think there's also a bit of misogyny. I think just people, it's like, you know, when Timothy and Kylie have ended up together, and it's like that's not who people thought Timothy would end up with, because people thought he'd end up with like this arty like French girl or something.
Yeah,
that's not who they thought he was. Like, what do you mean he just likes a curvy, you know, Instagrammy gal?
I think if you've seen Timothy Chalamet, because he has a strong digital footprint.
Oh, I think they make perfect sense together.
Yeah. And he's always been after the baddies. You can tell at high school.
It was when he was in this Call Me By Your Name era, and people thought he'd date some like girl with blue hair and a tote bag. Kylie did have blue hair.
She did, and I'm sure she has a tote bag.
No, come on. She's got how many Birkins? I think with Harry as well, I think maybe people are annoyed that it's like Zoe. People say she collects men like infinity stones. Her dating history is crazy.
Strong as
Same
fuck.
as Kendall Jenner, actually.
It's
That's the crazy roster.
As fuck.
Good for you. She got
Magic
taste.
Pussy.
Exactly. People are just jealous that she actually...
Yeah.
She does it.
She's pulling all the
She
man.
sees what she wants, and she goes after it. So we'll see. We'll see. Will it last? I don't know. 8 months is crazy. Oh, my hairdresser said that he went to he was cutting Zoe's hair, and then Harry Styles walked out the bedroom, and they were just chatting. That's when I realised I think I'm paying too much for my hairdresser. I don't need a celebrity hairdresser. What am I doing here? No, but I've been getting my hair cut with him for years and years.
Yeah, I was going to say, has he kept the same price, or is he...
He gives me a friends and family discount.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. Also nice that you can do your hair and Zoe Kravitz, because I'm sure that's a completely different hair texture, so good for him.
And he did Zendaya's hair. Both the people we've been talking about, and apparently Tom was there as well, and they were just having a lovely little chat.
Maybe you are paying too much.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, moving on.
Remakes.
So they've not just announced, but...
Narnia's been very much in the works. Why have you suddenly wanted to talk about Narnia being remade?
I don't know, it's just all over my For You page.
Greta Gerwig is adapting it.
Yeah. It's
Emma Mackey's in it.
Apparently Meryl Streep is the voice of Aslan.
Ooh, slay.
And Daniel Craig is rumoured to be in it, because even though it's already been filmed, because it was filmed like last year.
Yeah.
I remember that because I saw them like with horses down the streets of
I saw
Bradford alleys and stuff. To be fair, it looked really good.
I really loved the OG Narnia movies. I always felt weird about, like, what's the little girl called? Lucy and her relationship with Mr.
Tumnus.
I was like, that's a weird relationship. And then what's the middle kid called who betrays them for the White Queen? I always felt weird about that relationship, and too, it made me look at Turkish Delight differently.
One thing that cracks me up was that film made out like Turkish Delights were like the thing.
Yeah.
And I remember I was like, Mum, I want a Turkish Delight, and she was like, you've been having Turkish Delights, and I was like, what, those things? That's what he's talking about.
Well, back in the day, exotic Turkish Delight. Edmund and the White Queen. What's the actress? The White Witch. The thing is, the OG Narnia film was really, really good.
So that's actually not the OG, just so you know.
Uh-huh.
You're talking about the Disney
What was
Narnia
before
films.
that?
Greta Gerwig's adaptation will be the 5th adaptation.
So Narnia is like Pride and Prejudice for children.
Yes.
Like the amount of remakes.
And that's why I think, for me anyway, like my dad loved Narnia. These were like the only films that he'd be like, I bought us tickets, I'm picking up from school and we're going to go watch Narnia. Because he read the books and he basically watched the series when he was younger. So BBC did a series in 1967.
Yeah.
And then there was an animated series in 1979. And then there was another BBC series in 1988, like a few years.
God.
So I think that's why our parents' generation also have an attachment
it's
to
so
it.
true, because when the new Narnia, not the new ones, but when that one came out, I remember my mum being like, let's go see Narnia.
Yeah.
You're going to love it. They are bizarre though. Like I I don't think I watched the last one with, was it Prince Caspian?
Oh,
I think Ben Barnes always comes into series a bit too late. Like he never quite, doesn't quite know how to pick them.
poor Ben
Poor Ben Barnes. Do you know what I mean?
I
You're like, oh, he's in that. Yeah. You always forget that he's in things.
Yeah. I don't mind being. That's the one with Will Poulter as well, isn't it?
Been to where they filmed part of that in New Zealand. Did you know that cave on the beach?
We've been to Narnia. We went to the cave, which is like the opening archway when they're walking along the beach. But when we went, there'd been like a storm, and
So you
the
couldn't
rock,
go under it.
Yeah, we couldn't go under it.
Dangerous.
But we did see it, and it was beautiful.
Sometimes that comes up on the treadmill.
Yeah,
because
it's
it's loads of New Zealand
it's
on
like-
that treadmill.
It's the windows, one of the Windows screensavers.
New Zealand, man, beautiful stuff. 2 things we've discussed that have been filmed in New Zealand: Lord of the Rings, Narnia.
Stunning place.
Narnia's dark though. Don't they all die at the end?
What?
A lot of them.
Oh,
One of them dies in a train crash.
yeah.
Susan, I think.
But then also, like, isn't it like only just a dream?
Yes.
Kind of vibe.
I think it's one of those ones where the first one is so good, and then it's a bit like,
So this Narnia, Greta Gerwig, she's actually not starting with The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe. She's starting with the prequel,
okay, something different. That's really interesting.
which is
actually.
called The Magician's Nephew. So this is actually a bit of like a fangirl deep dive. This is for the fangirls who know about the prequel, which is actually about the creation of Narnia.
That's really interesting.
And so
actually.
I think she's been commissioned for 2 films. So I'm assuming she's going to do this
Mhm.
prequel and then do-
Lion, Witch and the Wardrobe. I do love Greta Gerwig. I'm excited.
I think it's going to be good. From the bits that people have released, that
The woman galloping on the horse in armor.
Exactly. And then the man and the child galloping on the horse.
Sorry, it's a Netflix production.
It's a Netflix production. $200 million. $200 million, I think, have been put into it across the 2 films.
I think when something is a Netflix production, it worries me. Do you know why? I think the little teaser we've had of the new Enola Holmes movie has cemented this for me.
Right.
Because Enola Holmes is a period piece, right?
Yeah.
Why does Millie Bobby Brown have acrylic nails? What is going on at Netflix where in Bridgerton, acrylic nails and eyeshadow, Enola Holmes, acrylic nails? Stop taking liberties. I want another Bennett sister where she's got armpit hair. Like, the BBC get it right every time. They would never be allowed. They would be checking everyone's hands, any speck of nail polish. So who knows what they're going to have in Narnia?
But
Do you know what I mean?
I think it is in safe hands with Greta Gerwig. I do.
Yeah,
And also, Netflix do come out with bangers.
they do.
And-
Less and less, I fear.
But
What's the last thing you watched on Netflix? Last really good thing you've watched recently on Netflix? Like, really good.
Train Dreams. That was Oscar nominated.
Okay, fine.
There you
Love
go.
Netflix. I think Netflix came out so strong, and everyone else now coming out with such bangers.
This is a really big budget for them, so it's 200 mil. I think it's because they kind of put all their eggs in one basket. Well, maybe 2 or 3 baskets. Whereas other things like Apple, they get their money from Apple products, so they're fine. Disney already has a catalogue and
Yeah.
has been investing in films since it started. Amazon gets their money from Amazon. Netflix is just standalone. It relies on subscribers.
Well, we'll see the new Pride and Prejudice. Very excited for that. Obviously, that's Netflix as well.
But speaking of remake, this is 20 years on. First Disney film, The Lion, the Witch and the Wardrobe, that was 2005.
Okay, 20 years, yeah.
Do you think that is enough time to pass?
I think something weird has happened where early 2000s feels like not that long ago, but then it is, no, that was 20 years ago, 25 years ago.
Yeah, but
Even the 90s, you're like, what do you mean that was 30 years ago?
I think maybe it's because our generation are having kids late. It's kind of like, well, I have no kids to show this to, so I have to just go watch it.
I think we also have a different attachment to media. I don't know what it is, but I don't see my mum getting enraged about new things being made. But we're like, no, we love the original.
For this one, I don't mind because I feel like, well, we've not had this prequel story, so I think that will be exciting.
We've discussed this. I'm happy to have as many remakes as possible because if films weren't remade, we wouldn't have these classics. Okay, so great films that are actually remakes that you wouldn't even realise. Parent Trap is a remake. Does anyone watch the 1961 version?
But did you know that was Disney's highest grossing film at the point that came out?
Yeah, but that's what I mean.
That's 40 years though. That's such a big difference. I'm saying 40 years. Yeah, it's a completely different generation. It's 2 generations at that point.
So what are you saying, that we just shouldn't?
Well, I'm just saying that was actually a really good time frame to then pick up that story again because it's basically like a new story.
So
People
maybe then
don't
right now
remember
we
it.
should be looking at stuff that was made in the 80s.
Exactly. Let's do
Well-
Grease again.
They did, didn't they?
Oh. Okay, maybe not.
Ocean's 11
Oh, okay.
made the original film in 1960. A Star is Born, not that that's a great film, but it's a good film. 1976. Dune,
When did-
1984.
See, there you go. It's a new generation. I think that time gap's really nice.
You think it should be 40 years instead of 20 years?
Yeah.
Harry Potter, the first film came out almost 25 years ago.
I think if it was in 5 years' time, I think people would be more accepting of a remake.
I don't think they ever would.
Yeah, you're right.
But the way that now A Parent Trap is to us, you think of Lindsay Lohan. I think people are going to think of the new Narnia. Well, Narnia for us.
Yeah. I think because we're still alive, and hopefully we will be for a long time, I think the new Narnia is never going to change.
My thing really is, though, these are all based off books. Narnia, Harry Potter, Dune. There's so much more source material.
That's my point.
Why aren't we investing? Well, I know why. It's because they know that it's done well. Let's remake it. It's a given that it's going to make money.
I think that's my point, is there's so much material. Let's tell some new stories.
There's so many good kids' books.
Exactly.
We don't need to keep doing C.S. Lewis. What about Famous Five? Why
Yeah.
don't we make that a series?
That was a series as a kid. I watched it.
Okay, remake it. I don't know, but there's a lot of stuff out there.
And this is maybe why they're doing it with these shorter time spans.
They know we're going to watch.
They know we're going to watch. Whereas when they were doing it with 40 years back, you don't know if those people are still interested and engaged.
Yeah, and to be fair, maybe we were a bit young for when some of these things came out. So for the millennials that probably do have kids, remakes are always going to happen. I'm all for it. Like, I watch them all. I've got no qualms with the remakes being made. I'm not like, oh no, you're going to ruin the original, because it's been proven that the remakes have been better than a lot of the OG films in history. Okay. And it's only because we're then attached to those original films. So I'm never going to be like, oh no, the originals are sacred. But maybe we should just be looking for some more source material.
Yes, definitely agree with you with the source material. But I think the originals can still be sacred, and if the new ones aren't good, they're not good, and I'm just going to ignore their existence.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think having new ones come out ruins the OG for people. You know, people like get really angry. It's like no one's taking the original ones away from you. Yeah. You can still watch them whenever you want.
Totally.
Yeah.
I am pro remake. I think it would be nicer if they left a little bit longer time, and we can maybe look at some other stories in the meantime. I think 30 years is a good time frame to decide to do a remake.
What are some good 90s films then? Like, why aren't we remaking like Ferris Bueller's Day? No, actually, I don't want them to do that.
I would take another Parent Trap. That came out in 1998. We're nearly 30.
I don't think I would.
I would. In the 1998 Parent Trap, they had someone from the 1960s Parent Trap in it. In the original, the character was called Vicky Robinson, but in our version, it was Meredith Blake. And yes, she played Meredith Blake's mum.
And see, like, in The Other Bennett Sister, you know the housekeeper? She's Mary in the 2005 film.
Yes, I did see that. So it's nice. We can have a little nod in there with a little cameo feature.
Yeah.
30, 40 years, I think, is a sweet spot for people not to get upset about it. But what are you fangirling over this week?
Do you know what I'm fangirling over, Leah?
Go.
The weather.
Yeah.
The sunshine.
You are a sun baby.
It's just like you really forget what it does. You know, we spoke about this at the beginning. Just so happy. Although, sorry, the pollen needs to sort itself out. Every year I'm like, what do you mean I have hay fever? I don't think I do.
Oh, I've always had hay fever.
No, I haven't. I don't always have it.
You can develop it at any age, just so you know, guys. So if you think you're safe, you might not be.
Nightmare. Leah, what are you fangirling over?
Okay, this is really niche and really random, and I generally think I'm the only person that watches these videos, because on TikTok they've got like 4 likes. Right. And I keep engaging with them, and they're like these disaster, doomsday, what you need to do videos, and they're clearly like AI, and they're these stick figures, and it's just like, this is what you need to do in the first 2 hours of a nuclear strike.
You've been watching too much Paradise.
No, but sometimes it's like zombie apocalypse. So sometimes it's like electric grid blackout.
What do we do in the first 2 hours of a nuclear strike?
Well, it's also a lot of prep. You need to prep beforehand. So you get your bath boy, and then you put it in the bath and you fill it up. So then you've got a whole month's worth of drinking water. Yeah. But you shouldn't just put it in your bath, because then that will get like bacteria and be gross. You need to get this bath boy thing, which is like,
boy. Are they trying to sell it on TikTok Shop?
Probably, to be fair. Also, you can get antibiotics from the pet store. You know, when everyone's running to the pharmacy, raiding the pharmacy, danger zone.
Get yourself to Pets at Home
and get some fish antibiotics. Same thing, man.
Fish
antibiotics, apparently.
Right. We'll leave it there. Guys, get yourself some fish antibiotics.
Anyway, I don't think I'm the only person that gets sent these videos, because there's like 4 likes on them. But
niche.
I don't even know if I'm fangirling over that, but that's consuming a lot of my time.
I'm gonna look this up.
I'm gonna send you.
Thanks. All right.
Right, we'll leave it there.
See you next week.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye.